Okay, welcome everybody. We are officially starting our group chat today. We're starting a little earlier than we typically do because I wanted to have some of the members come on here. And what we're going to do in this group chat is a little different than I normally do. Is I'm actually going to personally coach, 3 or 4, maybe even 5 members if we have the time on whatever issues that they're having right now. And as I'm coaching them, the rest of the group will learn probably quite a bit because most of us typically tend to have the same problem, right? Like anybody ever here get someone frustrated when you gave them a price and they didn't like it, right? Or anybody ever get an ad flag? Or anybody ever have fears about talking to people? Or anybody ever have inconsistency in their business, right? We probably all have the same problem. So as I'm able to coach one person through the problems, you guys all will be able to benefit from that. So Nick, if you're still there, let's go ahead and start off with yourself. Nick was in the business and he said he's just getting back into it. What was your best month, Nick? Have you ever flipped phones before or anything, or no?
My best month was probably about $400. I haven't really gotten into it as hard as I should have.
So basically, you flipped a couple phones, maybe enough from watching the free videos or something, or maybe just the first few courses, but you haven't really dived deep into it yet, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So what do you think, Nick, is stopping you from getting right into it and hit those numbers that you want to hit?
I'm sorry, connection, it cut out. I didn't hear it.
Oh, I said, what do you think is stopping you from, getting the numbers that you want? Because you see a lot of people in the group doing 10, 20, 30,000 a month, which, I'm not putting the pressure on you to do those numbers, but even what do you think is stopping you from getting a 3, even 5 or 6,000 a month right now?
Bar none, paralysis by overanalysis. That's my biggest issue.
Okay. So what are some of your fears? Like usually people who have paralysis by analysis have fears like they got to do something before they can take action. They're worried about something's going to happen. What are your fears as far as like getting started, do you think?
I think just not being able to negotiate really well. I haven't really ever been good at negotiating, and that's probably the biggest thing.
Okay. All right. So during these calls, guys, I'm just going to forewarn you. I'm probably going to tell you things you don't want to hear. All right. So just a quick disclaimer. I never tell people what they want to hear. I tell people what they need to hear. Is everybody cool with that? Give me a yes if everybody is cool with that. Someone says that's actually the best part. Okay. So everybody thinks they need like negotiation help. Everybody thinks they need help with their ads. What they need help with more is their mental state, their attitude. Now you might say mental state. Well, wait a minute. I'm pretty mentally sane. There's nothing wrong with my mental state. Well, I don't mean that, right? But when you're in a state of excitement and enthusiasm, right? We're able to do things that we don't typically do, right? When we're in a state of fear or worry, we tend to dwell on everything. Like, okay, I'm going to watch all the negotiation videos because I don't want to make a mistake, right? This is what someone more in a fear state says. But you know what? Someone in an excited state says, you know what? I'll take 10 texts today. I don't care if any of them fucking say that they tell me to go screw. I don't care how many people tell me off. I'm going to close somebody today. And if I don't give a shit because I'm going to get better at negotiating, right? That's what someone who's like fired up and excited does. Now, sorry, if my language offends you, I apologize. This might be the wrong business if you're getting offended by that language because you're probably going to hear it a lot. So I'm just being honest with you guys. Okay. And would you guys agree with me on this, right?
Absolutely.
So look, I'm fired up tonight. I want to help you guys make some money. Is everybody okay? Is everybody giving me permission to get fired up and help you guys? Because I don't want to hold back. I feel like I hold back a little bit sometimes because I don't want to upset anybody. And, I don't think that's the best example for you guys because I don't want you to hold back either, right? I want you to get on there. I want you to negotiate with these people. And I don't give a shit if you screw it up or you make a mistake because that's how you grow, right? And we're worried about being perfect or hurting somebody's feelings or making a mistake. That's when we never take any action. That's when we sit there and we think, oh, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? So, Nick, do you feel that's helpful at all to you?
Oh, big time. Yeah. A lot of times, and with anything really in life, you just dive in and, just take it, learn from it. If you mess up, a lot of things that you say in the course, if you're worried about getting burned on a phone, go get burned on purpose. Just do it, man, and just learn from it. And, that's business. Business is taking risks, I think, and just got to get out of your comfort zone.
And now, as you go through this, there are gonna be things. But see, when you're fired up and you're excited, you don't care so much, right? You're like,
Right.
the person just told me to F off. Yes, I finally got that out of the way. Damn it! I've been worried about that for 6 months, and it wasn't half as bad as I thought it was gonna be. You know, like, is anybody with me on this? Who's with me as far as like, you know, when like, if you've ever had something bad happen, you're like, geez, it wasn't actually as bad. Anybody here ever get burned on a phone? Anybody here ever get an eBay return? We all have, right? All of us, anybody who's doing big numbers, we've all dealt with that. It's just part of the process, right? So,
Sure.
and it's never really as bad as we worry about. Now, of course, I just want to tell you guys, you know, we don't want to get burned. We don't want to make people mad. We're not going to intentionally do this. But if we're sitting there worried about it, right? We're never going to grow. We're never going to grow. So if we need to get ourselves into a state of excitement and enthusiasm about this business temporarily so we can overcome these barriers and these challenges, then let's do this. So Nick, let me ask you this. Do you watch any motivational videos in the morning at all?
In the morning, not so much. I used to watch a lot of like Tony Robbins, you know, and Alan Watts. I used to watch him a lot too. Outside of that, not so much really.
Okay, so I like Tony Robbins, right? And one video, if you guys want to watch, if you guys type in Tony Robbins and watch the video that says, watch Tony Robbins change your state in 15 minutes. If anybody is paralyzed right now, go watch that video for 15 minutes this week every day and watch how much more you're going to accomplish. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, and get fired up. It's Tony Robbins, how to change your state in 5 minutes or something like that, or how to quickly change your state is the name of the video. Just if you go to YouTube and you type Tony Robbins in and search the videos, you'll see that one, how to change your state. Luke Nunez says, I've seen it a few times. It's awesome, isn't it? Right? It will get you absolute. Oh, there we go. Tommy says, Tony Robbins helps you change your state in minutes. Watch that. So when I was getting my business started, guys, when I first started, was working off the couch in my mother's basement, I literally watched videos for a half hour a day. I watched Brian Tracy videos, Tony Robbins videos, and I watched inspirational videos about The Rock and Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if you guys ever done that, but if you're having a hard time taking action and you have these fears, that stuff will get you juiced up to go take action. And once you do it, right? Once you get out there and you start negotiating and you get messages, you start you're not worried about it anymore because it becomes routine for us, right? What we're terrified of doing today will soon become routine shortly for everybody here, right? Even like, for example, Yev, are you here? Are you able to unmute yourself? Yep.
I do like the credo thing that you made. I think that's a really awesome part of the course.
The credo will help a lot. So now, as far as, let me ask you this. Now, I don't want to just give you guys all rah and motivation, right? We got to give you some specifics too. So is there anything like you're confused on that you're nervous about that is causing you to kind of overanalyze it all? Or do you think you kind of know what you need to do and you're just not doing it?
One big thing for me was Craigslist ads too, because there's like the stigma that there's like sketchy people only on Craigslist, and it's like I think maybe this was part of the whole over analyzing things and whatnot, you know. Yeah. Because you just got to keep your wits about you, I think, you know.
Well, I mean, there's sketchy people everywhere, right? I mean, the entire world, you know, there's sketchy people wherever you go. But the thing is, you know, if we worry about the sketchy people, we tend to attract more of those, right? So if we kind of believe that everybody we're going to meet is good, typically it's weird how that normally happens. A couple of safety rules, guys: just always meet people in a public place, right? Don't go to people's houses. Don't meet anybody inside their home. That's not safe. You know, always meet inside like a McDonald's or a Starbucks, and you'll be okay. But if you're worried about like meeting the people, I mean, really, as long as you stick to the rules, nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to rob you in broad daylight inside a Starbucks. I don't know if they've ever even had a robbery in Starbucks. You can ask Barry. Barry's on here. He's been working at Starbucks for 6 years. Has anybody ever held up a Starbucks? I feel like that would be the weirdest thing in the world. Like, give me all your cash in a latte, mocha grande or something. So like, seriously, meet in Starbucks. I don't think you'll ever have a problem. So is that it, or is it placed in the ads that you're struggling with, Nick, or is it mostly like?
I mean, I did when I joined your course back in like December, and I kept, I was posting a lot of ads, and I think it was like one day, everything just started getting flagged, and I got in my own head, and I was like, oh, it's none of it.
Oh, Nick, you're breaking up.
And, I was just saying, it says my connection's unstable.
Okay. You said one day you got
Still hear me?
flagged and you got in your head, and then what happened from there?
Um, I like shut everything down. All my ads were getting flagged, and I didn't know how to fix it, and I just beat myself up too much, I think.
Okay, so here's what you do. If you guys ever get into a position like that, right, where you're like, it's frustrating, the obstacles are happening, okay? Because it is, this business can be aggravating sometimes when your ads get flagged. Anybody else sympathize with Nick with the ads getting flagged, like with Craigslist or whatever, right? So what do you guys all do? Everybody give me your personal way that you guys deal with ads getting flagged. So for me, whenever I run into an obstacle of something that's happening and it's frustrating, I go back and I get more knowledge. Knowledge puts me on like a renewal path. And whenever I gain new knowledge, I get really excited. And sometimes that means, like, for example, I have a mentor who's real high level. My mentors I pay like $4,000 a month for. And, believe it or not, I take courses that cost like $50,000. And, I'd listened to these audio files like twice. And I'm like, I already listened to the audio files twice. And she said, I was struggling with something. And she says, I really want you to go back and listen. And I was like, geez, I've listened to the audio files twice, but okay. And you know what? I went back and I picked up more information that I didn't pick up the first 2 times. And one particular audio file I listened to 5 times in a row, and I still didn't grasp all the information in it. So sometimes that got me fired up because I was like, wow, I had already listened to these twice, and I didn't realize how much I had missed the first 2 times, because we get to different levels of awareness, right? So the first time we watch a video, we're just like being introduced the first time. So we go take action, we put some ads out, but then now we have like a new set of problems that comes up, right? So like maybe at first you realized you needed to place ads on Craigslist. Now the second thing is, okay, my ad got flagged. So now you go back and watch the videos and you hear me say something about how to not get your ad flagged, and you're like, oh, I remember I made that mistake. So you go back and you do it again, and then a couple of your ads stick, but a lot of them are still getting flagged. So what you do is give it a break for a little bit, go back, watch the course videos again, and then like a new level of awareness, you start picking up more information. And sometimes you just got to kind of laser focus on those things like that, right? It seems a little tedious, but the thing is, it's kind of like riding a bicycle. You might have fell down the first 2 times on your bicycle when you're learning to ride. Well, once you learn to ride it, you never go back, right? You don't go, man, I hope I don't fall off this bicycle today. Like, no, once you learn how to ride it, you get it. So it's kind of like me. I mean, our ads just don't get flagged anymore really on Craigslist. We got like 80 to 100 ads, and we're lucky, we might get maybe 3 ads flagged a week or something. But we have like 80 to 100 ads. So for, our flag ratio is very low. So as you get better at it, the course, now you have the course membership site, Nick?
Yeah.
You have the new membership site with the 7 sections?
Yeah. All the modules and whatnot. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool. Do you have any specific questions on Craigslist you want me to answer really quick for you?
How important is ad copy?
It's important. When you're posting your headlines, a couple quick things is make sure that all your headlines are completely different. Like, for example, what you don't want to do is I buy phones, and then the next ad is I buy phones, or like I buy smartphones. It's almost basically the same title. That's probably going to get you flagged. You also don't want to post in the same section multiple times on one account. That will get you flagged a lot.
Is like with I know with Facebook, when you're posting in well, at least in Marketplace or even on apps, masking the titles is important. I don't know if that's really important in Craigslist or not, or so much as just posting in the same like category. You know what I mean?
Say that again?
Like when you're making the titles, is it important to mask them? Like instead of using, like, say I say cash, and I use an @ symbol instead of an N.
We don't do that usually.
Oh, okay.
A few ads we do, but most of our ads are regular wording. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes masking them, putting all those weird symbols will actually get your ads flagged more.
Oh. Maybe that's why they did get taken down.
Don't try too hard on it. Like, just go natural, follow exactly what the course videos say, and do like what you can. Watch like the group chat one and just try a variety of ads and see which ones stick for you. And do more of kind of the type of ads that stick and then less of the ones that aren't working. What you can do is study some of your competitors' ads that aren't phone flippers in your area. Like study people that are buying junk cars and then just model their ads, what they look like, and make a phone flipping ad based on what that junk car ad looks like. You know what I'm saying by that?
Yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, so here's a quick cheat code for you guys on Craigslist. What you can do, and this is in the course, of course, but just to, to give you a quick refresher, like you go to Wanted, right? And this is not a very good ad, so I wouldn't model this one, but like this guy's paying top dollars for junk cars and trucks. The title is decent, but that picture is just terrible because you can't really read it. Let me see if I can, this is a beautiful ad right here, Nick. Look at this. Buying and paying cash for unwanted salt and freshwater fishing. I love it because it's got the picture of the fishing rods that he's buying. So you could put a picture of phones with cash in there with the title like this. And then you can literally just kind of like, I'm buying anything fishing related. Like literally just copy this guy's ad, but make it for phone. I'm buying anything smartphone or electronics related. It can be whatever, blah, blah, blah. This might be too many keywords. I would be careful not having too many keywords, especially with electronics because they get flagged more. But this is a real easy cheat code to get Craigslist ideas and ads that stick really easily without trying that hard. Here's another good one. Ruby's Resale is buying record albums and CDs. This guy is obviously like a flipper of old CDs, but you can, sometimes ads like this where you have a big paragraph, those work really well too. Because nobody else is doing ads like that for phones, so those tend to stick better. I don't know, did you ever hear this tip in the course at all or no?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been out of it for so long. You're really doing a good job refreshing everything. So it's all kind of coming back to me because this is awesome. Look at this one. I love this. You can use canva.com and you can make an ad just like this, right? Canva.com is a free software where you can actually make your own graphics and stuff. See how I made these ads, right? This is a joke I did for Thanksgiving. I'll pay you cash to give me the bird. That was if we were flipping turkeys. But see, like you can make little things like this using Canva. I'm not going to show you, like waste time because there's a video in the course on that. You can just watch it. Right, yeah.
You can make an ad like this, and I like it. Sticks out, red and green with the dollar symbols, great headline, Lionel Ives, American Flyer toy trains. And the picture speaks it all, right? It says cash for old toy trains. Can't mess that up.
Right.
All transaction confidential.
My biggest problem is just
I love this line. All transactions confidential and cash payment, right? Because what do most people they're kind of embarrassed, right? They got to sell off their stuff. So all transactions confidential. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is this helpful for you, Nick?
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. You think you're going to go take action after hearing this stuff?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
He's gonna make ads and just post them. If they get flagged, they get flagged, and learn from it.
Awesome. NW says that was helpful. Okay, great. Awesome. So let's move on to Jamie next. And Jamie, what were some of the things that you were working with? And good luck, Nick. Oh, Jamie, you got to just unmute yourself.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, I think I'm muted there. There we go. For me, it's mostly like, and you covered a lot of this. It's the flinch of just dealing with the negotiations, which is odd because I used to be in a sales background.
Yeah.
And like I felt the same way, but I did it. I know what to do, but I'm getting in my own way, if that makes any sense. Versus just I posted ads, people respond to me, and I go, and I like freeze, and then I find reasons not to do that, and I go do something else, or I go watch TV, or I go to the gym, or any number of other things other than dealing with the most important thing that I should be dealing with, and I know that, and it's driving me nuts, which is why I volunteered myself to actually put myself up here.
One of the biggest things, I'm making some big moves in my business right now. I can't tell you guys what it is and stuff like that, but it's a lot of stuff that scared the hell out of me. And what I found is, like, when I start saying like this negative stuff in my head, like, oh, what if this happens? What if this happens? Right? I start reframing it like, well, what if it works? What if it starts? What if I make a ton of money when I do this? What if I start, like, what if it changes my life? What if I become a millionaire from doing this? Now that's on my level. Obviously, I'm doing $1 million a year, so I'm trying to get to like $1 million a month. But like, even if you're like, well, what if I post ads and I make $200 profit on a phone, right? Like, what if I respond to this lead and I close them? Because our brain wants to go right to the negatives. It always wants to. they did a study, and the human brain has 65,000 thoughts during a day. I don't know if you guys know this, but 80% of our thoughts they found are negative, and only 20% are positive. So that's not a very good ratio, isn't it? So if we can switch from 20% positive to 80% positive, 20% negative, our whole world will change. So if you can just kind of try to reframe some of those negative thoughts in your head when that happens, so you're worried about it and you start overthinking it, don't ignore the negatives, because we can't stick our head in the sand, but just try to pretend, well, okay, well, what if it did work? What if this does happen? And that tends to work well
Absolutely.
for me for overcoming that stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to get there, because if I could do this, I can transition out of what I'm doing right now, like you already know, which is what I'm doing is fine, but there's better ways to do things to make more money, and that's where I'm like, okay, I gotta start thinking how can I be more efficient and effective? And phones, they're awesome, they're small, they're light, more profit versus prepping tons of stuff that's lower dollar value, and I need to better utilize my time.
Awesome. So is there any specific questions you have, anything posting ads, negotiation, any of that you think, or you just having the mindset?
It's just that it's just I think it's just doing it. Like I said, that's why I'm kind of putting myself in the hot seat, just kind of to make sure that just another motivator, not to say negative motivator, but another one to say, okay, Jamie, have you both it? And I realized my best success, especially I used to be a musician, my best success was when someone held me accountable, which now everyone's in here will make sure that I'm doing stuff, and I'll make sure I'm doing it too. I went from 19 playing bass guitar to being a touring musician by the time I was 22, because I had that accountability. So I know that works well for me. I know
the other thing is, whenever you're trying to do something that you're scared of, guys, and this goes for everybody in here. This is a big tip. I'm going to help you. Some of the guys that have done my personal coaching here, they pay me a lot of money to personally coach them that are doing 30, 40,000 a month, right? So one of the biggest things that I do to help them to grow their sales is, the biggest thing is find your why. Why the hell you want to do this anyways? Why do you want to flip some phones? What are you doing it for? Because when you don't have a why, you're not going to get yourself excited to do it. Your why has to be bigger than the BS that you tell yourself, right? Than those negative things. So for me in business, my why was I wanted to get a beautiful house. So I worked my butt off last year. I'm like, if I do $1 million, I'm going to buy myself a nice house in the ocean. And boom, I did it, right? That was a big why for me. I worked my butt off of that. And some days I didn't feel like going to work. Some days I didn't even, I'm no offense, guys, but I don't even want to get on a group chat. Some days I don't want to, I got to get on here and coach everybody. Some days I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like making YouTube videos. I don't feel like putting myself out there. But every day I drag myself and I get out and I do the things that I'm scared to do are hard, because I have that why in front of me, right? And now I have new whys, right? I have new whys. It depends what your why is. And your why can be freedom. It could be to leave your job. It could be to buy something nice for yourself. It could be a nice car. It could be a vacation. For example, one of my VIP clients that I personally coach, he's doing $40,000 a month right now. We came up with a goal. He wanted to feel like a man. His goal was, I want to feel like I'm taking care of my family. So we made a goal. If he hit 30,000, he was at about 18,000 in sales at that time. And we made a goal. If he hits his goal, he's going to take his family out to dinner every night for a week. And then he's going to give his wife and his son a $100 shopping spree. So he literally, in 9 days, went from 18,000 a month to 30,000 a month after we set that goal. I didn't give him any specific phone flipping advice. He just did it. Once we connected his why to where he wanted to be, he just lit up, and boom, he found a way to do it. Okay? So guys, a lot of people are always looking for that. If you're always looking for technical stuff, right? If you're posting in 1 million groups how to get an ad to stick on Let Go, check your mindset and make sure you have a why, because sometimes we could do all the right things, but if we don't have the right attitude and the right alignment, nothing ever seems to go well. Has anybody ever experienced that? You're doing everything right and nothing is happening? I mean, we've all been through that. I've done it myself. I feel like technically I'm doing everything right, but for some reason I'm still going nowhere. I don't understand this, right? But then when you're ready to do it, it just happens. So you've got to give yourself, is there anything Jamie, for you that
the why, that'd be an easy one, because with that, with my other business, it's going all right, but I've continued to have to pay myself peanuts, and I'm sick of feeling broke, even though I know I'm not, because I've done 6 figures on Amazon, but it's so capital intense that I'm broke. I feel broke, so I'm honestly sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of feeling broke. So just getting to the point where I can get this going and be like, oh, I could spend some extra money. Chipotle doesn't seem expensive anymore. It sounds crazy, but it's ridiculous.
Okay,
It pisses me
really
off.
quick, I want to warn you guys, you can't set a negative goal, just so you know. Negative goals don't work. A negative goal is I want to stop being broke. Nobody gets out of bed in like this. How many of you guys wake up in the morning and go, all right, man, I can't wait to not be broke today? Does anybody do that? Like, no,
I
right?
can flip it around a little bit then. Since I love riding motorcycles, how about I'm able to ride my motorcycle whenever I want to because I'm doing well enough in the business.
Now that's a better goal, right? Because you get excited and wake up in the morning and be like, man, I'm going to work my butt off this month because next month I'm going to be able to ride my motorcycle whenever I feel like, right? Because I'll have money in the bank and I'll be able to do what I want when I want. Or if you're making a lot more money in phone flipping than you are your Amazon business, you can free up a couple hours so you can do those things. I want to spend more time with my wife. I want to spend more time riding my motorcycle. I want to go out fishing. Whatever your hobbies are, you know, that's a great why. For me, you guys see me travel, right, all over the world and over the country and stuff like that. Like, those used to be my big goals before I wanted the house. I remember when we worked our butt off so we could take a big trip to Europe, and we did this huge lavish vacation. We went to London and Paris and Ireland and Italy. It was amazing. And I worked my butt off for that vacation for 6 months to get to an income level, because I said, if I hit this, that's what I'm going to do. And I overcame a lot of obstacles. So I don't want to only talk about just goal setting and mindset, guys. I know you guys want some specific stuff, but I feel like this is important. Are you guys enjoying this, by the way, so far? Who is enjoying like this group chat? Is it helpful for you? You want to get into more specific stuff? Let me know. Okay, don't just tell me yes because I'm fired up. Like, let me know if this is really good and you enjoy it. Say yes. If not, we can get into something more specific.
No, it's good. It makes sense. Even as much as I'm trying to follow that emotional intelligence guide, you caught me right away saying, like, I went straight to negative, even though, like, I try to flip it, but I'm not doing it quick enough. And maybe I need to, like, all right, I'm going to bust my ass so I can ride my bike whenever the fuck I want next month. And then it doesn't matter if I have to go through 30 ads or 30 negotiations and being told to F off. I'm going to keep going to be able to go ride that bike.
Okay, awesome. So really quick, Jamie, thank you very much for volunteering, you and Nick. So I do want to get into some specifics too, okay? So really quick, I'm going to give you guys a pop appraisal quiz before we move on to the next person. Let's get into, let's do a quick appraisal drill. Are you guys cool with that? Like, before I move on? Someone says, whoa, this is some deep stuff. Phew.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. It is some deep stuff, and it's just showing me some psyche stuff that, like, I didn't realize, like, yeah, I like to think I'm positive, but it went right to a dark spot right there, and you're like, no, dude, can't do that. So that's huge. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, let's do a quick appraisal drill because you got to know the basics too, right? And basics, guys, are the key. What's the 3 basics you got to get good at in this business, right, guys? Appraisals, negotiation, and ads. All right. So how many people here feel confident they can do an appraisal in less than 30 seconds? Anybody? Bob says yes. I know you can do it. You're crushing it. Locust says not me. Sam says not yet. Tommy says yeah. And Debbie says no, not yet. Okay, so we need to work on appraisals. Let's do a quick appraisal drill. Give me something you guys want to appraise. Tommy says iPhone 8 Plus cracked LCD. Okay, let's do that. What carrier, Tommy? For iPhone 8 Plus cracked LCD, what carrier we got there? Sprint? Okay, let's do it. So iPhone 8 Plus, who here knows what cracked LCD means? Everybody know? Cracked LCD, remember, that means there's a black spot on the phone. Like, either the screen is all black, but the phone still works, or there's some black spots, okay? So iPhone 8 Plus cracked LCD for Sprint. Tell me, guys, type in the chat what it's going to sell for on eBay, and then tell me how much you would pay for it. So tell me what it's going to sell for on eBay and then what you would pay. And then after this, I'm going to help the more experienced members like Kenneth and Sam. Kenneth says sell for $250, buy for $120. Frankie says $250, buy for $160. Wow, you guys went fast on that. Terrence says sell for $270, pay $160. Barry says sell for $249, buy for $125. Ryan says buy for $140, sell for $250. All right, let me take a look. I haven't actually done the appraisal myself, so let me scan really fast. I know why you guys are saying the 250. All right. So this is a tricky one. And let's take a look. Let me share my screen and show you guys. So you guys jumped at $250 for the price, right? All right. So there's only one right now selling on eBay that's a cracked LCD for $249. I don't know if I would guesstimate this at $249 because this only has a few black spots. So if the phone you buy is a whole lot worse looking or worse, the screen doesn't work at all, this could end up selling for only, let's say, $229 or something like that. So I praise this actually just a little low because of the risk factor. I couldn't find another cracked LCD on this. I looked. There was only one to go by. And whenever there's one comparable, do you guys know the rule for that? If we only have one phone to compare, what should we do? Go lower, right? We always get a low ball when there's only one comparable, we got to go lower. So I would appraise this probably around 220 to 230, all right? And I would also lower my offer, maybe like 100 on that. What did you guys say? Did anybody say 100? I see 130, 120. So you guys went lower on your offer, which is good because 120 is low for a 250 offer anyways. Some people went a little higher. I would offer $100 on this because cracked LCD phones, by the way, you can offer much lower and they'll be okay with it. If I would offer 100, I would try to sell it for 230-ish, 220-ish, around there, okay? Let's see. Do you guys want to do another appraisal or move on to more coaching? Okay, give me another appraisal you guys want help with. What's another one? So we'll do one more real fast. Kenneth says a MacBook Air 2000. Do you guys want to do something simple like a phone, or you want to do like a laptop or something? Mac, iPad, I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. Smartwatch. Give me something other than a phone. Give me something other than a phone, but be specific. You got to give me the model number. You got to give me the specs on it. Okay, you can't just say an iPad or a Mac. Give me something specific that we can all appraise. iPad Pro first generation. Okay. Let's see. iPad Pro first generation. What size screen on it? You know? Do you have anybody? 12.9. Okay. So a 12.9 with cellular. You know the carrier for that one? Verizon. Okay. So all right. Here's a good one. iPad Pro first generation 12.9 for Verizon. Okay. You guys tell me how much is it going to sell for on eBay and what you would offer the customer. Believe it or not, this is actually a fairly easy one, surprisingly. Let's see who can get it first. Let's see what you guys say. Sell for 400, buy for 270, sell for 400, buy for 250, pay 250, sell for 400, buy for 220, sell for 400, sell for 370, buy for 250. So the appraisals are coming in a little slow on this. And by the way, if you're brand new, guys, make sure you're getting involved in doing the appraisals with us, okay? Because, and even if you're experienced and you think you're an appraisal god, or you're amazing at appraisals, please join in because you never know. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm really good. And then you find out, oops, I didn't realize. So it helps keep you sharp every single day. The basics are important. So we got about 7 responses and 59 people on the chat. Let's try to get a few more responses, guys. Like I said, NW says sell for 325, buy for 185. Type it in the chat how much you would sell for and how much you would pay. Joseph says buy for 220, sell for 400. Someone says I need to review how to praise. Hey, that's okay. If you got a review, then you just try it out. Do it right now with us, guys. Like if you're not sure how to do this, just try. Make some attempt. If you're wrong, you're wrong, right? Being wrong is part of the process of getting better. Mike says buy for 200, sell for 325. All right, so let's do the appraisal together. Let's just look. So here we go. So our search for this is going to be iPad Pro First generation 12.9 Verizon. Now I'm going to show you a couple things that you want to watch out for with this particular one. So the first one we got is 400. It's pre-owned. It's Verizon. It's 12.9. We can use this, right? Remember, we want apples to apples comparison, and we want 3 strong comparables. Now, this was 356. Anybody know why this one's a little lower? Let's see if you guys can tell me why. Because it's auction. Good. Because buy it nows typically sell more than auction. So just know that this auction. Now, some people don't use auctions to appraise, and I think that's incorrect. I like to use auctions because it gives me a real-time value of the market. Now, this one still sold for 400, but sometimes you can see a market decline on an item by looking at the auctions. So just know that you might want to go a little lower than 400 on this particular item because the trend could be it's selling a little bit less, okay? Because the auction gives very real-time market value. Now, this one, why does this one sell one for 225? Parts only. So be careful not to use something like this because that's going to throw off your appraisal. This one's 325. This is very low, but again, this is auction. And there's $16 shipping, so you got to add that to the price. So actually, it was 340, and it sold at auction. But you guys notice the auctions are selling for way less, right? So I would be careful at appraising this at 400 because I've got 2 auctions that are much less. Now, you might get it at 400, but do we want to risk? Do we like to gamble when we're buying stuff? No, right? We always want, oh, someone say, how do you know if it's auction? Because you'll see the bids. See, when you see 21 bids, 12 bids, that means it was an auction, okay? So I wouldn't appraise this. What I would appraise this is at about 379. I would say you'd be safe, right? Maybe 360. And I would pay like 220, and I would go up to like 240 on that. Is what I would appraise it as. Now, when you list it, you would try to sell it for 400. Okay, we're just going to appraise it 370 because we never want to guess. We always list it higher than what we think it's going to be because we could just drop the price. So always put your items higher than everybody else or at the top because you can always chop it down $5 or $10 a day, right? Never put your items low. Someone says, oh, okay. Someone says, I bought it today for 200, selling for 460 as 2 watchers. Okay, 460 is a little high. I don't know if you're going to get 460 on that. Just because it has watchers, it doesn't mean that's going to sell for that. I'm going to guess it's probably going to be closer to 400. But that's great. Either way, even if it sells for 400, that's a $200 profit. So fantastic job on that. That's awesome. Okay, let's get into the coaching now. So Kenneth, you're up next.
Hello.
Hey, good to see you.
Good. First time talking to you.
Yeah, welcome. And how's things been? You've done 7,000 a month already, huh?
Yeah. Last month I did a little low. I did was my gross sales last month was 6,000. So I was aiming to do 10,000 this month, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm almost there though.
Okay, so you said last month you did 6,000?
Yeah.
And you're close to, so are you at 7,000 for the last 30 days?
I have a spreadsheet and it's just accounting for all of March. So I don't have anything to account for the last 30 days.
So in order to get up to, you want to get to 10,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is, here's where a lot of people go wrong with getting to 10,000 a month is what they're doing is they're taking their business on a day by day basis, right? And like you just said to me, I'm going to try to get to 10,000 a month. If you are at that point, you've probably already failed. Now, I'm not trying to put you down, okay? I don't want to be negative, right? But what we want to try to do is be more proactive, right? Because getting to 10,000 a month is more like building systems, okay? Because who here has ever experienced a day where you're getting tons of phones all day, and then the next day it's like crickets. Nobody is messaging you. Nobody's calling you. Nobody wants to, or you get like 20 text messages and you can't close anybody. Everybody wants too much. It's just way too frustrating. Those days are going to happen, right? So what we need to do is we need to amplify everything. We need to amplify the good days and we need to amplify even the lousy days, okay? So I'll give you an example, Kenneth. What I mean by that is, for example, let me show you my eBay sales right now really quick for you. So we're at about 40,000 for the month, and we got 7,000 listed in our store right now. We'll probably in the next couple of days be over around 43 or 44,000 for the month. Okay. So if I'm like, you know what, I want to do 50,000 this month, man. I'm going to post more ads today. I'm going to close more phones. The odds of me actually hitting 50,000 are probably maybe 5%, because I cannot predict the ebb and flow of business. So even if I post, if I go like I increase my Facebook ads budget to $200 a day, I go massively crazy posting ads on Let Go and Marketplace and OfferUp. The thing is, those systems don't kick in place for about a week or two. So there's kind of a delay with our efforts, right? We don't really reap the fruits of our efforts until 3 to 7 days later, right? So if you're trying to do something now to get results for tomorrow, it's probably not going to go work. And this is where a lot of people get frustrated or quit in this business, because they'll put all this action in and they don't get immediate results, and then they quit. But then all of a sudden they start getting calls in, and they don't realize that it was all the work they did 3 to 4 days ago that got them the calls that day. Does that make sense, Kenneth?
Yeah, I get it.
So when we're trying to scale up, like, you know, we are trying to hit 50,000 next month. And when we want to get to 50,000, what we're going to do is analyze, where did we go wrong this month? Why didn't we hit 50,000 this month? And we're going to see, where are the holes? So the bigger you get in business, what you're going to do is, let's say you had a bunch of holes in the ship. Frankie's saying, that's deep, David, makes so much sense. Yeah, this is how I coach my personal clients to get to 30, 40, 50,000 a month very quickly. Is what we do is, like, we picture, you know, if your boat is sinking, you're on a boat, right? And the lower in sales you're on, the bigger the holes are in your ship, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to try to just plug the biggest holes first, right? Like, if there's this massive hole in the hull, and then there's this one little crack, which one are you going to try to plug first, the massive hole or the tiny little crack?
The big one.
The massive hole, right? So you got to look and see, where's the massive holes right now that are sinking me? Is it I'm not posting ads on a platform? Let's say you're posting ads on Craigslist and Facebook groups, but you're not posting on Let Go or OfferUp or something like that. That's a massive hole, right? So you need to start being like, okay, I need to master OfferUp and Let Go now, because I'm not doing that. So what platforms are you posting on currently, Kenneth?
I'm posting on all the apps. So Let Go, OfferUp, Marketplace, and then also the groups.
Okay.
I did Craigslist, but then I'm not really good at the ads on there, because I don't know, I haven't been getting a lot of leads from there, so I kind of stopped last week. So I just wanted to focus more on the apps and Marketplace.
Okay, that's okay too. If you do something and it's not working well, as long as you get, like, how many ads did you have on Craigslist?
I like 25 to 30.
Okay, so that's good. Just drop that then. Just keep working on the apps. How many Let Go accounts do you have?
I have 3, and 2 OfferUp and 3 Facebook Marketplace.
Okay, and how many leads are you getting from each one?
Per account?
Yep.
I'm gonna say like 10 to 15 per account per day.
Okay, and how many leads total you think for the whole day? Every day, what do you think you average lead count, Kenneth?
Maybe like 60 to 70, but I close not a lot of them. I'd say like.
So your advertising is not your whole, okay? You got advertising down. 60, 70 leads, man, you should be at 30,000 a month. I'm telling you right now, okay? So you got to get your negotiation covered in your appraisals. That's probably where your holes are. And your holes are also probably, I'm going to bet you're not upselling anybody, are you?
I try to when I get the deal, but I also try to, like, before I get the deal, when they're when they're going to walk away, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry we couldn't get the deal. Do you have any of these other stuff? So I try to upsell too as well.
Upsell me right now. Let's say I sold you the phone. Okay. And by the way, I don't mean to criticize you. I probably should have said that more positively. Okay. No. But what I meant to say is you're probably not upselling effectively yet. I'm guessing like how many successful upsells have you had?
Like in total, like since November?
Yeah.
Maybe like 10.
Okay. So you definitely you should be able to upsell 1 out of every 3 people. Okay, into selling you anything, something else. You should always be able to at least double your sales that way. I mean, right now, if you drop me off in a city and I had to go door to door and just network with people, I could do 15,000 a month just from word of mouth and upselling, without any ads. So, and I've done it before without any ads or anything. I've done over 10,000 a month. So here, let's role play upselling. I think this will help everybody else. So. Go ahead, Kenneth. You upsell me. Let's say I just sold you a phone.
Okay. So say I offered like 200 and then you accepted like for
Yeah.
8 plus, right?
Yes,
And then
200. Yeah, I can do that. That works. I'll do 200.
okay, awesome. By the way, if you have anything else for sale, like if you have any electronics, I buy MacBooks, laptops, iPads, iPods. If you have anything that you might want to consider selling, then go ahead and bring it down, and then I'll give you a price on the spot.
Okay. So what's this? I want to ask you a question. So if I say to you, Kenneth, right? Actually, no, never mind. I'm not going to do an analogy. I'm just going to help you. So here's where you got to work on this, right? So when you're talking to me, I'm getting the feeling like you don't believe I'm actually going to sell you anything, right? I feel like you're telling me, but the thing is, it's kind of like if I say to you, Kenneth, hey, Kenneth, yeah, I'm thinking of going out tonight. Swing by if you want to come hang out or something. What's the chances of you come by and swinging by?
5%.
5%, right? Probably barely anything, right? Maybe. Unless you're like desperate, you're like, oh, I really need someone to hang out with it. Thank God somebody offered me. But that's not that many people, right? Maybe 5%. But if I see, hey, Kenneth, I'm going out tonight, and me and the guys, we're going out to a couple places downtown. You feel like coming? I'd love to have you come down if you'd like. You want to come?
A lot more enticing to go. Like,
no, watch, answer me. Like, let's pretend, give me some kind of objection. Oh, I'm kind of busy.
I have to study for a test for tomorrow. I don't know if I could go.
Well, you know what? How about this? We're only going out till like 10 o'clock. You want to just come out, grab a couple drinks, and we'll and then you can head back and do your work?
All right. If it's only until 10 o'clock, I had to go right after 10, though.
Awesome. So, guys, what if you notice, the reason I'm asking, you're like, well, Dave, why are you trying to tell me how to ask people out? It's because when you ask with the intent of them actually following through with what you want, you get what you want, right? Mm-hmm. So when I actually ask him, like I want him to upsell something like, hey, Kenneth, so I actually buy iPads, tablets, all kinds of electronics, cameras, things like that. I appreciate you selling me the phone, by the way. Do you have anything else that you'd like to sell right now?
So like right now, like emphasize that part.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to sell as well today?
I have some other phones. Maybe my parents want to sell their stuff they're not using laying around.
Awesome. Okay, so guys, I did this with Chris Kripe. He's one of my personal coaching clients. He went from $20,000 to $30,000 a month just using that one strategy. Because he used to ask just like you did when you first started. So Ken, I want you to ask me now like you expect me to sell you something.
So Dave, appreciate you closing the deal with me, and I just
wait a minute, hold on a second. That was good. Let's try. We never want to say appreciate you closing the deal. I say I appreciate the business, or I appreciate. Thank you very much, Dave. Right? So try something like that. We want to keep it on very positive terms. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. All right. Thanks. Thank you very much, Dave, for doing the business with me, and I appreciate you selling your phone to me. I just want to let you know that I do buy more than just phones. I buy laptops, I buy MacBooks. Do you have anything else, any other electronics you want to sell to me? Any other items you want to sell right now?
Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to ask you again, Kenneth, do you mind, you think you can take it up 2 more notches for me?
2 more notches?
2 more notches.
All right, let me try.
Like if you have to, just really quick, like jump up and down, throw your hands up in the air, scream, do something to get yourself in like a little bit hyped up mood if you can, whatever you got to do, and take it up 2 more notches and get me to sell you something.
All right, Dave. So thank you so much for doing the business with me. And I just want to let you know that I buy MacBooks, I buy laptops, I buy iPads, all kinds of stuff. And if you ever have anything lying around the house, anything you want to sell right now, we could I could give you cash right now in your pocket, and
okay, you did good. Kenneth, you did great. I love it. You were confident, but the only thing you just got to ask is for the deal, right? Yeah. So I buy MacBooks, I have tablets. Do you have anything else today?
Do you have anything else today?
Do you have anything else that you'd like to sell right now?
Okay.
So that was good. I love how you were confident with that. Like there was a change there when you stepped it up, except you got overexcited and you just kind of forgot to close it, right? So,
Yeah.
so get excited like you did, but then just close me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So,
No, oh, by the way, really quick, if I'm scaring the hell out of a new person, this is like Kenneth is already doing 7,000 a month. Okay, so if you're like, I'm never gonna be like Dave is asking Kenneth to be right now. Yes, you will, but it takes a while. Like Kenneth, you've been doing this 5-6 months already, right?
yeah.
Kenneth is ready for this. I would not do this to someone who hasn't even flipped a phone yet or something. Okay, so if you're like, oh my God, this is terrifying me, I don't expect you to be like this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead, Kenneth.
All right. Thank you so much, Dave, for your business. And just want to let you know, I buy so many other electronics. I buy MacBooks, I buy iPads, I buy iPods. If you have anything else today that you want to sell to me, I'm glad to give you cash for it. And we could set up a deal.
So Kenneth, really quick, you don't have to speed up your voice. You can get excited, right? But just be more confident, right? So
Right.
you don't have to speed up. You actually want to slow down a little bit when you're talking to someone. I'm like kind of fast. I'm excited today on the chat, but notice as I'm talking to you now, I'm kind of relaxed and like talking slowly. So like be confident and talk slow, but be confident when you talk, right?
Right.
So what's the difference? Like when I talk, I'm like, Kenneth, do you have anything else that you'd like to sell? So Kenneth, I also buy iPads, tablets, MacBooks, and cameras and things like that. Do you have anything else you'd like to sell today? You see the shift there in the body language and the tone? So try it like that.
All right. Thank you so much, Dave, for your business. And I also want to let you know that I buy MacBooks, I buy laptops, iPads, all types of electronics. Do you have anything else you want to sell today?
Woo! That was fantastic. Give Kenneth a hand. Man, that was awesome. Everybody's saying money. There it is. Nice. Woo. Okay. Now, look, I want to give Kenneth a ton of credit because he's sitting here practicing this in front of 60 people, and this takes guts. And guys, like I said, this is not easy. Some of you guys are nervous even to leave the house to meet people. It's okay. Everybody has their own levels, so don't get terrified of this right now. You will work up to this and more. Some guys that never thought they would do this before, I've gotten to be insanely good salespeople. But it takes practice and it takes coaching. All right. So Kenneth, was that helpful at all for you?
Definitely. I appreciate it.
If you can start getting even just an extra tablet or an iPad or a MacBook, even 3 or 4 or 5 times a week, that's going to dramatically increase your sales by 2, 3, 4,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's going to put you over that 10,000 a month mark. So that's that whole, right? And just learning how to negotiate a little better. Now we can do more negotiation critiques in the future. That will help you probably because I think there's other things that we can work on as far as wording and stuff. But do your best to try to upsell every single person. The leads, you're doing fantastic with the leads. And just maybe, have you watched all the text critiques videos in the course that I've done? The text critiques?
Not all of them. I'm actually in next level, so I just watch all of the Aaron's text stuff.
That's awesome. I want you to watch mine too, because there's a blend. Both of us have our own style, and both are fantastic. Okay, so watch both because Aaron has an awesome strategies, and I also have awesome strategies, and both of them work very well. And if you can combine the two, you'll be an absolute powerhouse. Okay. So I found most people I coach love a blend of both of it. Seems to work the best. Right. Okay. Awesome. So try to watch some of the more. If you want to do the text, just watch the text ones if that's hard. If that's it. Okay. Cool. Who was there? Someone else we had? Sam, right? Wanted to go. Sam, do you still want to go after that? Thank you very much, Kenneth. By the way, and good luck to you. I hope to see you hit that 10,000 a month.
Thank you.
Yeah, someone says, do you have text negotiation in the course? Yes, we have tons of text negotiation videos in the course, guys. If you haven't watched those, you are definitely missing out. There's some good ones. If you want me to point you to where they are right now, guys? Or does everybody know what videos are there and stuff? I can show you really quick and go into the course. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me get that up, and I will show you where they're at. I just got to get into the membership site really quick. 1 second. I'm logging right now. Who's finding the chat helpful today, by the way, guys? Do you guys like this personal coaching thing? Or do you like it the other way better? Luke says, love it. Lucas says, yes, fire chat me. Love it. Awesome. Okay, cool. It's kind of fun. I do love coaching people live rather than me guessing what people want. It takes a lot of pressure off of me too, to be honest. So for negotiation, guys, I actually just added some more videos in the course. This is an awesome video. I don't care whether you're advanced or new, this will help you a lot. Overcoming every objection from negotiating to sign a bill of sale. This is not just from text. This is a phone call, but you can use the same exact words for text and it works. Common objection and response from all of them in text is a great video. Handling objections and advanced negotiation tips. That one's called, let me see. This is an excellent video. 5 elements to negotiating better. 7 laws of text negotiation with Aaron is great. This one right here, negotiation psychology principles with Slide's text deals, was excellent. And this video is fantastic. This actually is an amazing text negotiation video, and it's in section 7 because I give a lot of mindset in this. This is a much watched. If you haven't watched this video, it's fantastic. And I show, like, there was a person in the course that had someone say no 10 times and they ended up closing the deal. There's just so much good examples in that. This is a great video as well. How many people have watched these videos and could give a quick testimonial here? Someone says, sweet, thanks, good, I can go next time. David, I don't know if you're able to consent with customers, but your live calls with customers who don't want a deal and how you work with back into a sale, very helpful. Maybe we should post videos of you doing that more. Oh, the live call customer videos, okay. Someone says the videos are gold. Okay, thank you, appreciate it. So let's get Sam on. And Sam, I'm gonna have you come on and chat for a second. And I think Sam might be our last person for today because I'm running out of time a little bit. But Sam, if you wanna go ahead and unmute yourself and tell me where you're at and where you wanna be and how I can help you.
Well, looking up my eBay sales for March,
yep.
It was about around 2,300.
Okay. So you're doing much better. You've been in the course for a year before you even noticed to take action. Now you got at least 2,000 in sales.
Yep.
Where do you think your sticking points are? Like, what do you think is probably the biggest thing holding you back right now?
Okay. While y'all were talking, I made a list.
Okay.
So far, I have about 4 things, excuse me. First is, honestly, I mean, you say you're lazy. You ain't got nothing on me. Because, I mean, I just don't, for some reason, I don't want to go out and have to meet people over and over again. I don't want to post ads over and over again. It just, I don't know.
Sure. And I get that, right? So how many people here fight with that kind of feeling? Anybody not feel like doing things, like doesn't feel like posting ads, doesn't feel like meeting with customers, doesn't want to respond to texts, right? I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys right now. I don't want to make YouTube videos. I don't want to be doing this group chat right now. I don't feel like doing text. I don't feel like handling my employees' complaints. I had to handle a complaint today, my employees fighting. I don't feel like dealing with haters hating on me. I don't feel like any crap I have to deal with during the day. But why do we do it? Because I have a bigger why than my problems, right? So, and look, why do I want to do this group chat? Because I love helping people, right? I don't love going to work, but I love seeing results. I love seeing members like you, Sam, getting success, right? Why do I do YouTube videos? Because I love seeing fans doing better and helping themselves. Why do I flip phones? Because I love making money. I love doing $40,000 a month. I love freedom. I love getting things that I want, right? I love traveling. So I love a lot of things. And if you can find out what you love to do and what your why is, I think you'll do more of the things you don't want to do, right? See, everybody thinks that they need to do what they really love to make money, right? And I think I think a lot of people, especially new entrepreneurs, are like, oh, I need to find something I'm passionate for. Nobody is really passionate about it at first growing a business. You are able to get into a business that you're passionate about as you grow, but at first you just got to make money. All right. So you got to find a way, like you got to be passionate about money and what it does for you. Okay. I'm getting a little philosophical here, but Sam, what gets you excited?
I mean, as far as what?
Anything.
I think you already know the answer to that.
Like, what is it? What are some things you'd absolutely love to do? Do you have any passions? Do you have any hobbies?
I mean, hobbies are pretty much, just like electronics in general. I've been, messing around with them for 20 years now. But as far as stuff that I'd want to do, is, of course, like I've told you a million times, that I want to go meet, a couple of people, some of my heroes. I want to go to the museum, the Superman Museum. I mean, stuff like that. It just seems like it's so far in the future. I can't reach out and touch it, if that makes any sense.
So how about this? What if you were able to meet like one of your superheroes?
What do you mean?
Well, like what if like who's a real life superhero?
Kyler Lee.
And who's that?
The quote I posted, it's in the midst of immense and seemingly overwhelming struggles, that quote that I posted in the group.
Yeah.
The girl that was on the right.
So I'm not sure who that is, but if that's someone that like you're excited to meet and passionate about, what if you make a goal to meet that person? One of my dreams was always to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper. And last year I flew to Australia and I met Arnold Schwarzenegger in person. It was like one of the coolest moments of my life, right?
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
It's right there.
What about something like that? Would that get you excited?
So write down what exactly?
I don't know. Maybe, what's her name? Kylie Lee?
Yeah.
What about maybe meet Kylie Lee in person?
I believe I actually did write that down. I don't know where it's at, but I've probably written that down about a dozen times already.
Okay. So can we add a date to it?
Okay.
Like, can maybe meet her by next year? Something like that?
I think, granted, it'd be about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'd probably be about a year and a half, but I think my next birthday would be a good idea, or probably, if I'm correct, her birthday.
Okay. So when's that?
Mine or hers?
Well, what date would that be that you want to meet her?
Either April 10th or around the 1st of September.
Well, can you make a goal to meet her on that date?
Definitely.
Because when we put a date to it, tends to usually, we work harder for it when we have a date, right? So
yeah,
we can do that and set that as your goal. And that's your one goal that you're going to work towards. Does that get you excited?
Yeah.
Like, would that make you more fired up about having to deal with like a nasty person on the phone or having to post some ads every day?
Definitely.
Would it make it worth it?
Yes.
Let's do that. Now, as far as your ads and things like that, what are some of the things? Is there any specific things that you need some help with other than motivation?
Well, I guess you just covered the first two things I had on my list. As far as the ads go, it's just coming up with new ads. I think I do okay on that, and I've given some people in the group advice, and it seems to work for them. Like you told us to post our best ads,
mm-hmm.
and mine was getting over about 1,000 views, so that was good. But it's just creating more ads takes time. Posting takes time. Replying takes time.
Mm.
And I did get it quicker with the text replacement with my phone.
Okay.
With replying.
Yep.
But as far as everything else goes, it still takes time. I'm not at the point I have money to outsource yet.
Where are you posting ads?
Mainly Facebook groups and Marketplace. And I still have some on Let Go and Offer Up that I've been renewing, and I'm still getting, probably about 2 hits a day from that.
How many Let Go accounts do you have?
How many Let Go?
Yeah.
Just one.
Create 2 more. Use like some other device, create an account on Let Go, and post ads on that. Because Let Go, it takes like 30 seconds to create an ad, right?
Okay.
How many people here know how to create an ad on Let Go? Anybody? Loki says me. Ryan says me. Tommy says not yet. No. Yes. Me. So if you go in the course, there's a couple videos specifically on how to create ads on Letgo. Letgo guys always gets tons of leads. How many leads do you get from your Letgo ads every day, Sam?
Probably no more than 2 because I've only got a couple of ads up. They were getting flagged, and finally somebody in the group told me how to do it better. I wish I could remember who it was, but when they told me just to do like a picture and then when they messaged me reply back, that seemed to help a lot. But at the same time, I get these replies of people who think I'm selling a phone too, and so that's a waste of time in itself also.
Okay. Let me ask this, Kenneth, can you unmute yourself for a second?
Hello?
Kenneth, you're getting ads on Letgo, right? You're getting a lot of leads from Letgo right now?
Yeah.
How many leads do you think you're getting per Letgo ad?
For Letgo ad, it's hard to determine because it's like we said earlier, it's like I get leads from previous ads, like from 2 days ago, from last week. But like whenever I open up in the morning, it's about like 20 on one of my accounts when I wake up in the morning, like 20 replies.
Okay, so about 20 leads. That's pretty good, right? So guys, Letgo works really well for those that are using it. If you're not using it, and how long does it take you to post a Letgo ad, Kenneth?
Like 10 seconds. All you have to do is post a picture, and you don't even have to put the title or anything. As long as it says on the picture you buy phones, then people hit you up.
So when you guys create the Letgo account, you just put in a pic of the phone with cash, and you have something that says like cash for phones or something like that, right, Kenneth? Like on a piece of paper or like on a, like something written on the ad, right?
Yeah. So the great thing about Letgo is they put the title for you, and like you don't have to mess around with like the title or description. Just put the price and then put the picture up, and then it's ready to go.
Someone says, oh, for some reason, all of them got flagged today after a month. How long are your ads sticking for, Kenneth?
So I think there's like a new update. They stick for like about a month, and there's like an expiration date now or something after like 28 days or something. Usually what I do though is I just mark it as sold and just place newer ads.
The marking as sold works, and it actually retains all your messages, by the way, guys. That's a little trick. So if you mark it as sold, that's what we do. If you get a bunch of messages on it and you're worried about it getting flagged, you can mark it sold. It will save the messages so that way you can go back and reply to those people. And then also, you can create, like, what you can do is just get a junk phone, like a $20 phone, Sam, create another Letgo account on that using your Wi-Fi, and you can be posting 2 ads a day or more. If you can do 3 Letgo accounts, do 3 accounts and get lots of leads that way by just posting an ad on each Letgo account each day. And it takes, like Kenneth says, 15, 20 seconds to post an ad.
Are you able to do it on a laptop as well, like sign up for an account?
I have an extra phone, that's why. So I have 2 phones. I don't really post on the laptop.
Well, no, I'm just asking about creating an account on a laptop. That's all.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Because if so, I've got 4 devices. Like I've got my phone, my laptop, and I can use my mom's. So.
Yeah, there you go. And you can get it just a cheap phone that you buy where you're flipping. Get one of those like Galaxy J7s with a bad ESN or something, and just use it for Wi-Fi. We do that. Like we have some phones that we bought for like $3 to $5, and we created each one of our stores. We're using 2 Letgo accounts right now for each person. Each employee is posting ads. So and that's helping. We're probably doing like 20,000 a month from the paid Facebook ads, and then the rest of that is like a lot of it is coming from Letgo and some Craigslist. So PJ says, I'm so happy to hear about that today. Wow, Letgo. There you go. Yeah, if you guys want massive amounts of leads, Letgo is good. So Sam, does that help as far as the leads?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I didn't even know I could create more accounts. Other than that, I think that the motivational help just get through the BS, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
One other thing I'm having a big issue with that I would appreciate as much help as
really quick, Amber said he did 10,000 a month just off Letgo on Facebook Marketplace, just for you guys to know. So Those are awesome. If you want like instant results, guys, Let Go is crazy. Marketplace is good too, but Marketplace is a little harder to stick. Let Go is just awesome. It's like gold right now if you haven't done it. PJ says Let Go is the most responsive of all social media for me. What I really would do if you guys want to scale really fast is get tons of ads on Let Go, get a bunch of messages, get good at negotiating, then get into the paid Facebook ads course I have. It's only $297 for an upgrade for you guys right now. And then use paid Facebook ads and scale, and you guys would probably do some pretty decent numbers. Sorry, Sam. So go ahead. What were you saying?
Okay. The two things that I would appreciate your help with now, one is my closing, because from that Facebook Marketplace post, I've got a ton of leads that I replied to.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I'm lucky if I close maybe 1 or 2 out of 100, and that is awful. That's one thing. The other thing is just to keep track of who I got to meet where, because, I mean, I'm just, getting – you've been there a lot longer than I have, and you see a lot more people, even before you had your stores. How in the heck did you keep track of what time you were meeting somebody?
You know what's good? Like one of the guys in the course, Chris Schroeder, he meets people only 2 times a day, one at 12 p.m. and one at 5 p.m. and that's it. So if you really want to like maximize your time, guys, if you kind of command that people meet you at your like at certain times during the day, you can line people up all at that one time, do all your pickups, and then it's like working 2 hours a day, making $1,000 to $2,000 a week profit once you start getting good at this. It's awesome. What I used to do is I would meet people 1 time a day, 3 p.m. every day at the Wendy's at the Warwick Mall. And I would have this line of people that wanted to sell their stuff to me. And every deal I would close, I'd say, I'm meeting people at 3 o'clock today. Can you make it? Oh, I can't do that. If they couldn't, I'd reschedule them to the next day. But I made them go to my schedule, not theirs. And I didn't lose that many deals from that. And I would work maybe 1/2 hour to an hour doing all my meetups at once, and boom, I was doing $15,000, $20,000 a month working from home when I was doing it from my mother's basement like that. And of course members still use that strategy right now. That's amazing. So if you can, I would try to pick like a couple times of the day where you're going to do your pickups and direct them all to that time.
So you're telling me that your customers are okay, like you have 10 customers standing there together, they're all okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like when you go order fast food, everybody knows you get in line to order your food, right? It's like it's the same thing with phones. You just get in line.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, literally, there's like a line. I'm like, hey guys, how's it doing? Good, thank you, everybody. And I would like wave and be like, thank you very much for coming to meet me, guys. So I'm just gonna take care of this gentleman right here. I'm gonna get this deal. I'll try to get it as fast as I can for you guys, and I'll be with you in a minute. Thank you very much for being patient. And I always met at a Wendy's so they can go get some food or something like that if they wanted to while they're waiting for me or whatever. Wow. I mean, it takes a little bit of confidence and people skills to pull it off, but I mean, the rewards are amazing because you're barely working at all and you're making a bunch of money when you do that stuff.
I'm surprised the restaurants didn't have an issue now.
I mean, I met in the parking lot. They didn't really care. And they didn't see. I mean, you don't want to line people up like inside a Starbucks that way. Mm-hmm. You don't want to have like this army of people at Starbucks who are going to sell you phones. Unless you're Chris Schroeder. Like Chris just posted in the group the other day, the people at Starbucks know him so well. They drew a little picture of a cell phone on the top of the cup. It was funny because they know him. You meet so many people there. But you definitely, and then you don't have to drive to meet people, and you can direct them to, a location that's close to you too. So it also saves you a lot of driving time that way.
For me, it'd be riding. But what about the other thing with how can I do the closing better?
That is a whole nother group chat. I have to critique your text and see, that you'd have to do the text negotiations, and, we're kind of past the time. I went a little bit past the time today because I feel like in the beginning of this, I talked a little too much about mindset, and I wanted to give you guys a little more specific advice too, because I don't like to always just do mindset. I feel like if I give you the specifics, you'll be more excited to go out and take action too. It's not just all you. Someone says these talks should be longer. Well, I try, I'm going to do my best, but I can only limit. How did you guys like this chat? Do you guys like the mindset? Sometimes I feel like I got a little overexcited at points. What are your thoughts? Give me some open, honest feedback for you guys, because I always try to work on these the best I can. So, Tommy says, I love this stuff. I enjoy it. Mine says, super important. Love the chats. I want more excitement. You guys like it when I'm excited like this? Or do you like it like when I'm more relaxed? Says, yes. Oh, my God. I do both. Okay. Excited. Hell yeah, excited.
Excitement's contagious.
Okay. Good. Any more questions, Sam? I mean, if you have a certain objection you want me to cover really quick, I can, but to do a full negotiation, we probably don't have time.
No, just talking about the closing and everything. If you want to, like next week, if you want to look, I mean, I've got a ton of, the rest of those messages. If you want to run through them, that's cool.
You know what I'd like to do? Why don't we do this right now? How many people here have text messages that they closed? Anybody have deals they closed? Do you guys mind if I post your text negotiation deals? Would you guys mind posting screenshots of deals you closed? Because I feel like everybody would learn a ton from looking at everybody's negotiation and see how they close the deals. What do you guys think about that? Does that sound good? I'm going to post right now. I'm going to make a post in the group. Let's do this. And I'm going to post your closed deals. And you guys go ahead and post screenshots. Give me 1 second. I'm doing the post right now for you. Post your closed deals.
Makes me wonder if I still got that 700 deal on my phone. I need to find that because I'm definitely going to post that one.
Okay, so I just made the post, guys. It's in the group right now. Here it is. Make sure, go ahead and screenshot that. Screenshot your deals, and then post them right in the comments for everybody to see, so we can all kind of share how you're closing deals. Someone says, I have to scan through them. Will this be in a group? Yep, it's going to be right in the group. So this is what you can do. When you guys want to go back and see, just go to search this group and type in post your closed deals, and you can always find this post. Isn't that cool? Post your closed deals. That's all you got to do. So nobody's posted their closed deals just yet, but please go ahead and post them in the comments there. Just take a screenshot of whatever you closed and then post them right there.
Hey Dave, I have a comment on the thing.
Yeah, sure.
So when I tried to do it last time, when I wanted to post my text negotiations, it only lets you post one photo at a time.
So yeah, just do it. You just do it like that though. Just post maybe 2 or 3 pictures of the deal being closed, if you guys can, if you don't mind. So each leave 3 or 4 comments, whatever it took to close the deal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thanks, Kenneth. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay, cool. They're coming in now. Thank you, Frankie. Appreciate that. Thanks for commenting. Awesome, guys. How about we do an open question for another 10 minutes? I'll give you guys some serious value today to get you guys pumped up, because we've been doing this now for about an hour, 20 minutes. So anybody else have any more questions you guys want me to answer for the group? Someone says, this is my new place. Yes, this is my new house that I'm in right now. Yep. All says it'd be cool if we had a daily post in the group of an appraisal to look into when we get the correct answer in the evening. Okay. I don't know if I can do it daily, but I could. We do appraisal drills. You guys like when I do appraisal drills in the group? Everybody like that? Okay. I'll do more appraisal drills for you guys. Someone says, can you create more than one Letgo account? Yes, you can. You can create multiple Letgo accounts. You can't create it on the same device. So just do it on a different device. Someone says appraising bad battery MacBooks. Okay, so with those, you're probably never going to be able to find the MacBook model you want with bad battery. So to do the appraisal for that one, you do no power, or you appraise the model as in good condition, and then you just super lowball it. Because MacBooks are very limited for comparables, and very rarely will you ever find bad battery in the title. So you're not going to usually find a comparable for that. So the thing you have to do is kind of guesstimate where it's going to sell and what a bad battery would go for. You have to also know, is it really the battery? Because if it's just the battery, most of those laptops you can get battery replacements for $20, $30. So you can just knock off the price, maybe knock off the price of the battery and then knock off the price of the time for the BS of having to wait for the battery and stuff like that, right? And you can If it's not the battery though, if it's like the actual motherboard, there's a problem with like the motherboard itself, that you want to appraise as no power. So you want to make sure it's not like an internal component and it's like a bad battery you can just pull out and replace really easy. So that's an easy, that won't take the value down, but an internal component will take the value down a lot. Jamie says, no question, I'm printing out a photo of my motorcycle tonight. Awesome. Frankie says, how do you deal with negative people you live with that you can't avoid yet? You don't listen to the negativity. Any negativity, just block it right out. Anybody says anything negative, focus on positive. Like, give me something negative, Frankie, someone says to you. Frank, give me something negative that someone would say. Why are you still in that? Get a real job. Don't tell people that what you're doing. Okay, so here's how to avoid that. If you guys want to avoid people being negative about you phone flipping your family and stuff, don't tell them you're doing it. Never tell people what you're doing in business. Always just go do it. Because if you do, they're just going to suck your energy away. Because if you're like, yeah, I'm going to go make money flipping phones, they're going to be like, oh, well, isn't that illegal? Or, you know, does that really work? I don't think anybody's going to make any money with that. Oh, but how do you do that? How do you flip a phone on eBay? What do you do? And then you're going to waste 10 minutes explaining yourself to someone where you could have just posted more ads and closed more deals, right? So don't tell anybody what you're doing, especially friends and family, only if you need to tell someone. For example, you know, I need to know what's going on. I need to know your goals because, you know, I'm your mentor, so I can help you. But if they don't need to know, don't tell people who don't need to know what you're doing. Never tell people your goals that don't need to know. Never tell people what you're going to do in business before you do it. Just go do it and crush it. And then let them see the results afterwards. That completely squashes that whole problem for you. Yeah. Someone says, I heard my business was called a fly by night because I didn't heed that advice. Yeah, if you make that mistake, believe me, everybody wants to tell you what you're doing wrong, why you shouldn't do it and everything. Yep. All right. Good question, Frankie. Let's see. All right. Well, guys, I guess we'll wrap it up now. It's about 9:30. Is there any other questions? Any other specific things or anything? Luke says, I didn't know you were a business person is what I say. So it's not even worth arguing with people. It's better just ignore it, right? You should never be arguing with anybody, guys. You ever get a bad lead that tries to tell you why you're scamming people? Just block that guy. Like, don't waste your time selling a negative person on what they should think. They're negative. Don't waste your time with them, right? Never sell people on why you're doing something. It's just going to suck your energy. Just go crush it and just like block them at the door. Oh, you're scamming people offering those low prices. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Next, boom. Move on to the next lead. Because you'll just end up going crazy trying to waste your time dealing with leads that you shouldn't do. Yeah. So Lucas says, when negotiating, when is a good response to, let me ask my wife and call you back? Okay, cool. Is there anything else that's stopping you from selling it other than that? Like, that's what I would ask. Because, like, I would just be like, okay, yeah, sure, go ahead and ask your wife. Because it might be legitimate. Call them out on it. But then just ask, is there anything else that's stopping you? And then see if they're just using it as an excuse, and it maybe is just the price or something, or it really is they got to talk to their wife. Because they really got to talk to their wife. Let them talk to the wife. I've done that plenty of time, and they come back and they sell me a phone. Sam says they'll come back. Love the story about the guy that slammed Dave's door and came back the next time and apologized. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'll wrap it up for today. I really hope this was helpful for you guys. Did everybody post their negotiations in the chat? We only got one comment. Come on, guys. Nobody's closing any deals. Is there anybody closing deals on the chat here? Let me see. How many people posted their closed text negotiation? I only got Frankie post one pick. Sam says going to in a little bit. Can anybody else do that? Who's going to commit to posting for me on there? Are you guys nervous like you're going to give away the secrets if you like post a text negotiation? I'm just wondering why nobody's posted yet. Are you not closing deals? Give me a reason why you haven't posted. Is it like you're not posting, you're scared to, like you're nervous that like you don't know if you did a good job closing? I'm not sure. Someone says, not me, procrastinating. Okay. Says I have to go take care of my elderly parent after the chat. I'll post a few. All right, awesome. Really appreciate it, guys, if you guys do that. So look, next one we might just do all Wallace says I'm on a closing drought, Dave. Ouch. Maybe I should have done like a whole chat on text negotiation then. Maybe you guys don't need the mindset then. We're gonna help you close some deals. All right. Let's do next week. We'll do all text negotiation. All right. Does that sound good? In the meantime, for those that did close deals, please post for everybody. Get everybody pumped up for now, okay? And so they can learn. I greatly appreciate it. We'll do some appraisal drills. Does anybody need to know how to post an ad on Let Go? Says I do. Yes, please. Yes. How many people watch the course video and still don't know how to post an ad on Let Go? Or you just didn't watch the video yet? Uh-oh. What's going on? What is this? Someone sharing their screen? Is it? Oh, I have a can. Okay, let me know. I'll be back at Forward tomorrow after 7. I can meet anytime Sunday. Okay. Someone says I've not watched the video yet. Yeah, so Aaron has a great video on how to post an ad on Let Go right in the course. Let me show you guys real quick. In the course, it's right here under Ad Mastery. Posting ads on apps. Let Go offer up 5 miles. He shows exactly how to do it right there. And then I think there might be one more on that. Using apps to get ad calls. This one right here. Okay. So watch those 2 videos. Using apps to get ad calls and posting ads on apps. Those 2 videos should help you post an ad on Let Go. It will help you out a lot, guys. Cool. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up for tonight. Try to help as much as I could. We'll go deep into text negotiations next week for you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great day. Good luck.